I can do it. The plan is to do things in batches. Probably a batch of 5. I'm gonna sketch 5 refs. And then I'm gonna line 5 refs, and then I'm gonna color 5 refs. I'm gonna try to be an efficient little monster. It'll be a curiosity for sure. And if anything, I'll learn something about drawing, you know, forcing myself to draw a lot.
Thelochinistako says. Be the efficacy cat potato.
I can only try.
Thelochinistako says. You got it.
There's so much to do in a day. So tiring to do things, but better to do than not do.
Thelochinistako says. 1 bite at a time eat.
For sure. Okay, put on something to watch, and then begin working.
Today we are grooming
Thelochinistako says. Yeah, no, I'm looking at the sketch again.
Alright, what do you see? You have to tell me.
Thelochinistako says. For spending so little time on it, it's kinda weesome.
Sir, I spent nearly an hour on it yesterday. It's not efficient.
Thelochinistako says. I don't know how long sketches are supposed to take.
Like 5 minutes. It's supposed to be a
Thelochinistako says.
sketch.
But as I was saying. Thelochinistako says. It's got a ton of emotion.
Yeah, I'm thinking of changing her clothes as well. I want them to be more elegant. I want everything to be elegant. Like, I want
Thelochinistako says. Yeah.
Her current outfit is cool, like Japanese schoolgirl. And I might I might keep some elements, but what I want is more mature. I want more flowy clothing.
Thelochinistako says. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
A little too seriously, so for today we're going to be picking an easy target. Hey you, you're coming with me. Call of Duty has always been an annual punching bag for me, and it honestly feels like there's no end to Activision's yearly dumpster fire. You'll get your usual offenders jumping onto the game every year, your frat boys, your streamers, those fucking nerds whose relationship with quickscoping is their only means of serotonin. But for this year, I decided I was going to give Call of Duty a chance. Again. You see, in 2019, I bought Modern Warfare thinking it would just be a little game to hold me by until the next big release. Cyberpunk. But then the game ended up being good. Like, really good. A rebooted campaign that tells the story about the slippery slope between...
Start with the head. I'll start with the hair and try to base something off it. Like, this is cute and all, and I will, like, when I sell the character, I will probably sell both versions
So I gave Black Ops Cold War a shot, and I
in
am
one go.
fucking pissed. Not because the campaign is shit, not because the zombies is
I want to make something that's a little known. Like, this could be like a child version of her. I mean, the one I'm drawing could be a more mature version. Like the ribbon in the hair, instead of being like a cutesy bow up top,
The
I think
Lockinastaco
it's
says,
nice.
I mean, if you got motivation or a want to draw a thing, just draw it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That I tried to just shit out of
I
video.
never know what I'm doing.
Call of Duties in a row? Fuck you. Wait, isn't this a good thing? How is this
Just
a bad thing?
trying
Because
here.
now I have to explain to my audience why Call of Duty
Trying also
on
means
North
staring
Korea
at the
games
screen a
is
lot and
actually in
thinking.
New Zealand in a fucking ghillie suit. Wait, hold on. Why are we in New Zealand? Because New Zealand is awesome, and I didn't want you to be awesome. I wanted you to suck ass. Haven't you been asking us for years to make Call of Duty good again? No.
The Lockinastaco says, keep up the good work, artist.
Splitting this video up into 3 parts.
Botrix says,
zombies, and campaign.
Botrix has correctly
I got
joined the channel.
A lot of things to say about the campaign, so let's begin.
Oh, baby, a triple!
Modern Warfare's multiplayer was, it was pretty good, man. No more flying through the air like a flamboyant frog with Tourette's. Nah, it's time for a big boy game, mate. Everything just feels better in Modern Warfare. In Modern Warfare, you pull the trigger and you feel that shit. In Modern Warfare, you hit a headshot and you feel that shit. In Modern Warfare, you get to the top of the leaderboard and, oh man, you fucking feel that shit. Modern Warfare 2019 was the second attempt to bring the franchise back to its roots with boots on the ground gameplay and giving itself a hint of realism. But the problem is that Call of Duty over time has become a much faster paced game. With wall running and double jumping, you were in the battle within seconds of spawning. And moving back to boots on the ground combat was obviously going to rub some people the wrong way who might have actually liked the futuristic themes. So what do they do to fix this? Well, I'll tell ya. Sprinting. But faster. The addition of double sprinting made Modern Warfare feel so much faster.
Can you
The
imagine?
gamer inside of me just, I couldn't fucking handle it.
Imagine you're like playing the game and there's a skill tree and you can unlock
But the reason I
double
know about
sprinting.
Modern Warfare is because Black
What
Ops
does that even mean?
upon Modern Warfare's
You grow
foundation.
2 more
So
legs.
dropped all the bullshit. You see, Cold War saw what Modern Warfare did and doubled down on copying everything.
The Lockinastaco
they saw.
says,
Larger maps, more
double
attachments,
sprinting
and
XD.
that really isn't a bad thing. But where Cold War succeeds is that they took what gamers hated and changed it. When gamers complain about not understanding the stats, Cold War gave them percentages. When the community didn't like the new map formats, they moved back to the
The Lockinastaco says,
people didn't like that
third leg
customization
activation.
was restrictive on creative freedom. They made attachments.
No, I don't think. No, that sounds horrible. Think of what you just typed. Think of the implications of what you just typed, sir.
The Lockinastaco says, XDDDD.
I'm gonna tape something real quick. I gotta tape that fucking.
The Lockinastaco says, it was meant to sound terrible.
Cold War is just really
Well, that worked.
slow. It might just be me, but the absence of the double sprint has made spawning just feel like a fucking chore. I just know that the second that I spawn, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get back into the fight. Sometimes this isn't a problem, as some maps are designed to be much smaller, but when you're on a massive map and not a single vehicle spawns, you're just asking to get skull fucked by some dipshit on the other side of the map. But overall, I can't really complain. Cold War kept what worked and tried to improve upon the community's feedback, and all it cost us was our ability to run. Now get your face masks on, kids. It's time to talk zombies. Cold War Zombies is kind of like ice cream cake. It's colorful, it's messy, and I'm not sure what the creators were on when they made it, but I will never, ever get sick of it. Look, I'll say it again. Cold War's goal is to make shit as fun as possible. They have added a lot of shit to this game in the hopes of making people happy. Custom loadouts, weapon tiers, simple pack-a-punch with new additions like elemental damage and side effects, upgradable perks, special abilities, a more streamlined map where they have faith in your ability to make killing zombies the fun, weapon upgrades, Easter eggs, mini-bosses, bonus rewards for completing challenges, armor slots, kill streaks in zombies, craftable grenades. Need I say more? Also, did I mention that weapon levels are shared between multiplayer and zombies? So if you're keen to try out a weapon in
More tape
multiplayer,
has
don't
been
worry about
applied to the
attachments
window
that get
area.
formed. Just play with it in zombies, level it up, get
Okay.
those attachments you want, so go to fucking town, bro. But let's be honest, I could have just said pack-a-punching weapons is easy again.
The Lockinistaco says, many tape.
Out the wazoo. And I'll say it again for the people at the back. Pack-a-punching weapons is easy again! Look, it's zombies, okay? I'm not gonna give a massive speech on why every follicle on a zombie's forehead gives me wet dreams, okay? It's just nonsensical fun. I feel like it sucks that we only have one single zombies map, but if Cold War follows the trend of giving us free shit like Modern Warfare did, I think we're gonna be just fine. Now, about that campaign. I'm not a big fan of games that glorify the military, so when the trailers showed me otherwise, I was very intrigued. You see, where most Call of Duties focus on the US and how star-spangled assholes are the heroes of every story, Cold War drops those labels. There are no heroes here, just an arrangement of corrupt governments sipping on a nuking civilian casualty cocktail with a hint of shit is fucked for good measure. In Cold War, you play as Bell, a clean slate for you to project yourself into, with customizable options like your name, gender, what government agency you work for, and what skills you specialize in. So in other words, it's an open canvas for you to paint on, but they only give you 2 shades of green and they're both mixed with spit. Thanks, Activision, you're truly bringing creative freedom to a single-player first-person linear narrative-based shooter. Cheers. I guess. Alright, let's get started. Name. Zenny? Oh no, it's too easy. How about Mick Dickhead? Oh, really? Okay, dipshit. Seriously? Cum guzzler. Wanky Spanky. Hold on, I've got this. Bush did 9/11. Wait, what? Let's take this seriously. Willie. Oh, it worked. Okay, how about Mick Long Schlong? No? Mick Big Willie. Wait, hold up. You accepted Willie before. What the fuck? Was it the fact that it was big that did it for you? Fuck off. Zenny McCheeseburger. Perfect. Place of birth? Australia, mate. Skin tone? Pasty as fuck. Gender? Nah, mate. That's classified. Zenny Bell McCheeseburger, the only man for the job. I think it's time I introduce you to the rest of the team. If we're going to be talking about the story and who these people are, you've kind of got to get an understanding on, you know, what their deal is. Adler is your team's leader, whose only characteristics are wearing shades inside at night, chain smoking like it's his religion, and in his free time, he's a stand-in at the zoo for a baboon's asshole. And here we have Parker, a skilled, stealthy MI6 agent slash spy who's based in a game where if you asked what its pronouns are, it would probably reply with an explosion. So I'm sure her skill set will be just as useful as a secondhand toothpick. Sims, who has as much character as an actual Sim, so let's just fucking leave this right here. And Lazar, the guy that likes burgers. And for some reason, he has a strange crush on me for some unknown reason. When it comes to the campaign, I want to touch on 3 things that I feel like this game does well. Storytelling, character development, and the twist. Let's start with storytelling. Call of Duty, in my opinion, has always
Oh no.
Mean anything to you?
and take their functioning kicking under the Russian government. It's recently come to everyone's attention. Known, character development, and the twist. Let's start with storytelling. Call of Duty, in my opinion, has always missed one thing,
Accidentally
and
wait
that's freedom.
for it in
When
the
I play as an
video.
unnamed shooty gunman, it's hard for me to feel like an important part of the story when all I do is follow orders. So to show you how Cold War combats this, let's look at a specific mission known
The Lockinistaco says.
In this mission,
Oops.
you play as a double agent.
And one thing I'm noticing, I don't know, I turned the image as I am wont to do,
Everyone's access and clearance has been
and
revoked until
yeah,
they find the mole.
things look
However,
weird
you
when you
get that
turn it.
clearance so you can get Adler, Bell, and their team into the building to find what they need. So, what do? Well, that's up to you. The game gives you a vague idea of things you can do, and framing one of your comrades seems like the most viable. But How do you do that? You could reroute the calls that you've been making to the US into his room so it seems like he's a traitor. You could bribe
The
a
Lock in a
prisoner into
Stacko
ratting
says,
out a completely different
but you can just
commander,
fix
leading to
that.
someone's
That's
arrest. Or
okay.
you can simply kill one of the
Again,
commanders who's
that's the thing.
hasn't been
You know, art is
removed
always,
from
I
the
can
functioning
see
task
there's
of
something
handling this
wrong.
team. And I'd like to direct you to this part.
Fixing it
Notice
is
how there's no gun
a more
there?
difficult
Yeah, your main
journey.
weapon here is your mind. And that is some insane shit that I would never expect from a game like Call of Duty. There are so many ways to approach this situation, and it's these kinds of setups that are littered throughout Cold War and lets you feel like you're a big deal in this story. You are important. And it's through segments like this that make you feel like you're one of the main characters. Maybe not, you know, a hero, but you're definitely important in this story. And that is awesome. Stories only really work when your character is deeply rooted in the situation. So by giving you all of these choices and creative freedoms, everything just feels more important. And I feel like that kind of importance has been lacking in recent Call of Duties. Next, we have character development. And I'll say this, your character has no development in the slightest. And just trust me for now when I say that's actually a good thing, okay? That actually helps the game. The characters that do get fleshed out on your team, however, are Adler, Parker, Lazar, Sims, and oh, I'm sorry, I completely forgot that Woods and Mason from Black Ops 1 were here. They're also a part of this game. They're pretty cool, I guess, but they're not really important. These are the characters that get fleshed out the most, and a lot of people disagree with me on this point, and I understand why. It's because the way these characters get developed is really easy to miss. Look, let me just show you. It speaks for itself a lot better than I ever could on its behalf. After every mission, you get to come back to your base of operations and select your next mission, and I was just blasting through this campaign, didn't really give a shit, thought the game was kind of lacking a little bit, but then I walked by Parker and Lazar, and the last thing that I could have ever expected from a Call of Duty game happened, and it was character development.
Does the name Madam Shell mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar.
There's intel crisscrossing ARPANET that her body washed up along the Pedios River in Cyprus.
Huh. That's so.
And her head 2 kilometers downstream. Reports estimate her death around August of last year. Of all places, you were on assignment in Cyprus this past summer. Coincidence, wouldn't you say?
Our line of work is full of coincidences.
MI6 was keen on finding her. A rogue double agent gone dark for several years. I suppose she must have exposed herself somehow to the CIA.
Leave behind a trail of heads? Bound to get attention.
I worked with Madame Shell for 3 years, closely. I trusted her. But the moment I began to suspect something, she knew. I was able to fight her off, but she left me with this parting gift.
Oof. That's a dirty cut.
So imagine my surprise when I read these reports. Madame Shell, body washed up on one bank, head on the other. Ironic, wouldn't you say?
I'd call it poetic justice.
Why did I know he was gonna say that?
Thank you.
For what?
Call of Duty. Character development. This. Fuck. After every single mission, you can come back to the base and there will always be new dialogue that can be shared between all of these characters. Adler talks to Parker, Lazar talks to Sims, Woods talks to Mason, and all of them as well will talk to you. They'll talk about their skills, their trusts, their everlasting desires, and that shit's fucking wild. Do you remember this guy's name? What about this guy? Do you remember this guy? You don't know? You know why? It's because Call of Duty isn't fucking good at this shit, okay? But here it works. I want to see more of this. Please, Activision. Do more of this. And lastly, we have the twist. After failing to find the nukes that the Russian government stole from the US military, Adler is forced to use one card that he's been keeping up his sleeve. And what's this big thing he's got that's going to save the world? It's you. And at first I was really confused, but fuck it, I kept playing. There is something in your memory from years ago that will direct Adler to the nukes. Adler drugs you up in the hopes of walking you through your memories in order to find the something that he needs. You don't know what it is, but he does. And that doesn't really make that much sense. So you keep playing. Adler walks you through your memories you never knew you had. He tells you that you once knew the big bad guy of the game, but that doesn't really make any sense. The game started here. I didn't experience any of that shit. This doesn't make sense. So you keep playing. Adler tells you where to go, and you can obey him or reject his story. And if you reject his story, you start finding out the truth. You start seeing his face in your memories. Adler retells the same story over and over again in the hopes of leading you down the right path, but every time he tells you about your past, it changes. Memories are objective truths. They are fixed, unchangeable, and yet my past keeps changing. You see a red door.
Yeah, but that's not true.
Everything
Memory isn't
starts again. You find a
unchangeable.
red door, you enter, everything starts again. You find a red
And memory
door,
isn't
you
always
enter, and
objective
everything
truth. Memory is very subjective.
You're in a truck.
And memory is
Somebody tells you a
very,
friend who
very
gets angry at you
pliable.
And he shoots you. He sees you as competition and tries to kill you. Now, why is this so significant? Well, let's jump back to the second mission of the entire game. Before we even started playing as Bell. You're playing as Mason, and
The
you've
Loch in a
infiltrated
Stacko
a
says,
Russian air base.
memory
The
is
truck
very
pulls
much
up.
pliable.
A man gets out and kills everyone in the truck.
The Loch in a Stacko says, extremely so.
I don't want the competition.
The Loch in a Stacko says,
Holy fuck.
watching
Then
you draw
everything
while I'm
starts
tired
with
is
you.
very calming.
This isn't you. You are a Russian
Mhm.
commander that has been mentally programmed to believe
Then
that you work for
calm.
the US. When you were making
But don't
your
fall
identity
asleep
at the
unless it's
beginning of the
sleep
game,
time.
You weren't picking your identity. In this scene here, you're actually playing as Adler, and you're making the fake document that you will end up manipulating yourself into believing is your reality. Bell's reality. And how did Adler get you to obey? By training you with a phrase.
We have a job to do. Bell, come on. You got a job to do. Got a job to do. Got a job to do. The trigger phrase kept you in line, but it didn't get us everything we needed. We have a job to do. We have a job to do.
You had to reach the Soviet bunker.
It appears the subject's programming is beginning to take hold.
The Loch in a Stacko says,
Adler gave you a
ears.
fake name, fake code,
Imagine,
fake
imagine a
psychology.
Winter Soldier
And at this
game.
level,
I
he's
mean,
trying to
this is,
reconnect
I
you
mean,
with your old
with a little bit of
memories.
reskinning,
Adler
the
tells you
game that
it
is being
from
described
here
in the
that you
background, if you can
make
hear it,
that will shape the
could
future
be a
of
Winter
the
Soldier
world.
game.
You help the CIA
It's like, it's
after
kind
they
of
capture you, or do
interesting.
you
I really
cooperate
love
with
the
Russians and
concept
give
of
Adler false information? The game starts with you picking your
being
identity,
out of
when
your
in
own
reality,
control
you were never in control
and
of
then
who
taking
you
back that
were.
control.
I'm sorry, but am I playing
Mhm.
Call of Duty right now? Because it sure as hell doesn't feel
I know,
like
this powerful
The Loch in a
being
Stacko says,
being chained
I
with
don't know
me.
what Winter
Oh.
Soldider is.
God damn, you fucking
Fucking
Luddite. Can't watch a single mainstream movie, even though I hate them all, and probably better that you didn't watch it. But,
The Loch in a Stacko says, what did you call me, XD?
Luddite. Don't know what it is? Look it up.
Cold War is worth a shot. And if we get another Call of Duty that shit, don't buy it. But I genuinely think that when Call of Duty seems to be trying, we need to reward that so that
The
they
Loch
keep
in a Stacko
making
says,
this game.
okay, I couldn't hear you,
This
lol.
game. And that was an obnoxious review of
Mm.
Cold War.
The Loch in a Stacko says, I'm not really Luddite. I just don't have a reason to watch any of it.
I mean, I guess it's better than the type of people that just watch things mindlessly without even analyzing them or thinking critically. So how am I supposed to make references if you don't understand?
Velocinistaco says. Like if someone else wants to watch it, he'll watch it. Velocinistaco says. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I want to watch Winter Soldier. See, the thing is, I've read a lot of Captain America Bucky fiction, so I have a very different idea in my head about how cool Winter Soldier is. Dude, I think it's fucking amazing in my head. I don't know how it really
Velocinistaco
is.
says. Fair. Velocinistaco says. I don't know, I hate Captain America Suo.
Ooh, why? Do tell.
Velocinistaco says. I don't know, I don't really like what I understand of his concept. Seems boring and then he just seems like an asshole. Velocinistaco says. Uppity asshole.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I haven't watched many since all I did was fucking read fan fiction. I only know what, and a very different version of him. In like the versions of him.
I've seen like a little bit from one of the movies. Velocinistaco says. And I just dislike him.
Like the concept would be, okay, we got a guy, he's patriotic, he wants to do something for his country, but he is weak, and that's unfortunate. It's not his fault that he's weak. I mean, he has a heart of gold, but he's physically weak. What happens? They test something on him. They test the super soldier serum on him. And it works. Other people die from it. Even people that are stronger than him, like physically healthier, they die. But he tries it and he survives, and he becomes Captain America.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says.
Whee!
OMG querrieoh.
Who are you? Welcome or welcome back.
Damn, that looks good. But it's not like the game's gonna ever look.
What? I'm just trying to talk my ass out about Captain America over here.
Velocinistaco says. I mean, I guess the concept is like fine. Maybe I'm just too strongly opinionated on him being an asshole.
Yeah, see, like I said, I don't actually know much about his plot.
You don't remember me.
No, I'm sorry. I have the memory of an elephant that was dropped on its head on the way down. The rest of the tribe of elephants really has to pull my weight.
CD Projekt Red was determined to make the greatest game to ever release, and the last few days of development were perfect.
Like the only thing I know about Captain America is that what I just told you, and he had a best friend.
Red Bean Bitter Cream has been following this channel for 2 years, 9 months, 17 days, 4 hours, 22 minutes.
Yeah, you might have been following for 2 years, but when's the last time you showed up on stream? How am I supposed to remember you unless you changed your name? But thank you for being a follower.
Says.
I've only been streaming for 2 years, basically.
26 days, 22 hours, 53 minutes. Velocinistaco says. Oh nice. Red Bean Bitter Cream says. Last time you streamed.
Yeah, last time I streamed was like yesterday.
1,111. Great.
Am I really this? Am I like really? Am I losing it? Taco. The only people I remember from yesterday
Red Bean
are.
Bitter Cream says. No, it wasn't. The lock in a
Are you
stacko
here to
says.
gaslight
I
me?
don't remember the name XD.
Are you just here to make me question my own sanity?
The lock in a stacko says. Only me and what's his name showed up.
I have the arbiter of truth right here, alright?
We make those. Yeah. So we made one. And that game,
Red Bean Bitter Cream says. Press on my message history.
Did you hack Twitch?
Oh no. Oh no.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says. No.
Cyberpunk's launch was a disaster. Bugs, glitches, and even reports of story-breaking errors where you'd have to restart your game.
What's
even lose
happening?
your save file.
Yeah,
But
2023.
bugs and mistakes
2023. Message history.
Surely,
2023.
underneath all of this, there's a story. In today's video, we will delve deep into the
What are you
world
trying to troll me about?
to discuss
Huh?
everything from characters,
Let's visit
world building,
2023.
all of the endings. This is a big one, guys, so you might want to get some snacks. Welcome.
The lock in a
to
stacko
a
says.
critical view
LOL.
of Cyberpunk
What am I looking at here?
2077.
First message, 2022, November 23rd. Blah blah blah. Hi guys.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says. That is not when I last came here.
How were
Audrey
you
Official
lurking
says.
before?
Red Bean Bitter Cream, you leveled up to level 2.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Yeah, listen, you even diss Taco. Do we even have to like and or acknowledge
Bean
that
Bitter
Taco
Cream
still
says.
exists?
Nope.
But because of the scope of the game
What are you saying? What are you trying to say to me?
Wow, that's not how the game should be.
The lock in a stacko says. Wait, why did I deserve that?
I don't know. Maybe you were being, I don't know, being you. Like, and you mentioned, you might have
The lock in
known
a
Luna
stacko says.
Panda.
XDD.
You mentioned Project Zomboid. Okay, 2024, May
The lock in a stacko
7th.
says. I feel like I remember someone saying that to me a long time ago. Red Bean Bitter Cream
My
says.
potato friend has
I
been
diss
forever.
Taco.
Okay. I used to go by Flowers and K. Okay.
Cyberpunk is a very difficult game to talk about in regards to its story, its ending, and the journey that leads you there. So before we can talk about story,
Hey, it was May.
The lock in a stacko says.
itself is just
May of
flowers.
2024.
The lock in a stacko says.
to look at. And
I remember that
it's
name.
huge. Like, I don't think you understand how big this game
That
actually
is the lore
Graph for scale alone,
fix
it would probably go Johnny
and
Silver's the gap between my uploads.
the
Mount
lore
Everest, and
cemented.
Night City. There's probably a joke about my balls after seeing Panem in there somewhere, but look, we literally do not have time. Also, if you liked that little Johnny Sins bit, I hate to disappoint you, but that's the last good thing I'll be saying about people named Johnny in this entire video. And if you've already played the game,
Thank you for
probably
coming
dislike button
to
because
my
Johnny is a shit character. I can't wait to
crazy
hit that
stream
click
of
the
today.
button when you find out that I'm fucking right. There are two things that this game does better than almost any AAA title. World building through the environment and fleshing out those who interact with it. And I'm not talking about you as the player, I'm talking
okay.
about the people of Night City.
The
I'm
lock
gonna
in a
do this
stacko says.
thing talking about the
Crazy
games
good
and
art
features
stream of
within
today.
Night City, and a lot of you will see what I'm doing halfway
Meh.
and will shit your pants if you love world building.
Not horrific
Red Bean
art
Bitter
streams
Cream says.
today.
I am sorry I dissed you a year ago, Taco. Will you forgive me?
Might I recommend Gorilla Glue? Let's start with the Voodoo Boys. The Voodoo Boys are a gang depicted through the lies of corporations as filth and little.
The lock in a
whores. Dig
stacko
little
says.
Deeper and you'll
Never.
find a culture of technological importance and a people.
I guess we just got a blood feud going on now.
Not with physical violence, but through intellectual supremacy. The Voodoo Boys used to live on their own island, but in the coming decades.
But what
The lock
brings
in
you
a
back?
stacko says.
Their home is consumed
I don't
by
know why I
isolation
would ever
and
deserve
are
something
forced
like
to
that.
flee to the shores
I'm
of Night
perfect.
City and Jesus,
The lock in a
Uh,
stacko says.
and take
I totally
refuge in the
wasn't
newly
probably being an
constructed
ass.
establishments meant to be a holiday
Hmm.
rich and wealthy. This region of the city is known
I'll say
as
nothing.
Pacifica. To combat the Voodoo Boys under the radar, corporations that held assets within Pacifica started hiring the Animals, a gang of animalistic juices paid to kill off the Voodoo Boys or to at least
The
flush them out
Lokinestaco
of the earth.
says,
However, with the Voodoo
I've
Boys
totally never
advanced
upset or
technologies
annoyed a
and
single
band of
person
net
in the
runners,
stream.
this really wasn't enough. The Voodoo
Yeah,
Boys
or your
were
entire
the net
life.
itself, and for years had been hoping to break through a
It's
digital
quite
threat
amazing, actually.
known as
They're
the
thinking of
black
giving you the
hole,
Nobel
hopes
Peace
of talking
Prize.
to the rogue artificial intelligence on the other side.
The
This is
Lokinestaco
considered a very
says,
dangerous move
for
by
sure.
almost everyone within Night City. To combat against the digital threat that the
The
Voodoo Boys
Lokinestaco
hope to
says,
possess, a
I deserve
private
that
entity
FR.
known as Netwatch begins to
Mm.
patrol the outer areas of Pacifica. Their hope is to crack into the Voodoo Boys Netrunner operation and take it down before the Voodoo Boys make their way to the other side of the Black Wall and introduce artificial
Okay,
intelligence into the city, wreaking
start
havoc
sketching the
on its people. Netwatch, in a
clothes.
sense, is a private army that can be bought for their services, with one of the biggest corporations currently funding them being Arasaka Industries. Arasaka dabble in weapons tech, software, entertainment, vehicles, you name it. However, maintaining a monopoly over so many industries is a very difficult feat. And with Arasaka striving to keep their image as clean as possible, they tend to get other people to do their dirty work for them. Publicly, they will pay private militias to aid them, but for more under-the-radar operations, they pay large sums of money to the Tiger Claw Gang. The Tiger Claw Gang hold many of the same views as the Arasaka family, so it's no wonder they are the company's go-to when shit needs to get done. The Tiger Claws are intimidators, assassins, debt collectors, with them just straight out murdering those who refuse to pay up. Through their violent tendencies, however, they've made a lot of enemies. In 2067, the Tiger Claws murdered a woman by the name of Elizabeth Borden. Elizabeth was executed for killing 3 Tiger Claw members after they assaulted and killed a Joy Girl. This sparked protest in the streets from Joy Girls, strippers, bar owners, which led to the collective known as the Moxes. The Moxes are no real threat to the city itself, but are more of a defensive measure against those who would want to harm women who work in specific industries dedicated to pleasure. To arm themselves and keep the gang well protected, they bought weapons illegally, with one of the main distributors of illegal arms being the Valentinos. The point I'm trying to make here is pretty obvious, but please, indulge me. The Valentinos are weapons dealers and drug smugglers with a refined taste for chrome plating. And where you'd think the police would be a simple solution to stop the gang's business practices, the Valentinos' dedication
The
to
Lokinestaco
identifying
says,
as a family keeps
skin.
them on top of any threats that could come
I mean,
their
she's a
way.
very,
There is one
very
group
yellow
that
girl.
attempts to fight back, and they're known as 6th Street Gang. 6th Street... Fuck, you know what? I'm calling them 6th Street. Suck my dick. 6th Street is a faction
The
full of
Lokinestaco
soldiers
says,
and police
true.
officers neglected by their leaders after being dropped from their posts, and we're left with nothing but their desire for patriotism and justice. Most recent members of the 6th Street Gang are troops fired from Militech, one of the main armed forces you'll be fighting in the game, and will literally
The
walk away
Lokinestaco
when you
says,
deep enough pockets. 6th
also,
Street would see some
good to see
justice,
you, Red
however,
Bean.
as Militech consistently gets raided on the outskirts of the city.
If you're
These
still
groups of
here, then
thieves and
welcome.
plunderers would identify themselves as nomads. There are 7 nations to the nomad clans, and where they all have their own morals, their
Red Bean
goals
Bitter
are
Cream
pretty much
says,
the same. Steal from
now
the
that you
rich
remember
in
me,
order to
where you been,
survive.
querrieoh?
Steal guns and
Where have I
weapons
been?
outside of the legal zones, and we'll send them
I've
back to
been
people
the
in Night
most
City
here than I have
and I
been
fucking
in
kid you
like
not,
a year.
the Voodoo Boys.
Basically, I got work and biking and a lack of motivation and book. Ooh, but now I'll also just have biking, a little bit of book, and I'll try and be here the rest of the time.
Oh, dude, I'm so drunk.
Oh, I just want to draw.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says, yeah, I've missed seeing you online forever.
I mean, I was here this time yesterday.
There aren't sex workers everywhere in this game because gamers like sex.
So if you would
Gamers are
like to
notorious for not
see
having
me,
sex, dummy.
then
It's because in a city where
keep
all
an
the
eye
rich
out on your
people are forced to
The
notifications.
Lokinestaco
their
says,
main clientele
and
are
other
people
times
trying
T is
to
weak.
escape this monotonous
I'm
town.
trying hard.
Lokinestaco
How to
says,
draw clothes.
and the week before that.
Drugs. Okay, you probably noticed it already. I didn't bring up Maelstrom. Okay, I'm sorry, I just forgot. I can see in the script I wrote a massive paragraph about why forgetting them is poetic and how they don't need a real reason to fucking exist in this circle. But the truth is, I literally just forgot. The one thing I'll say about Maelstrom, though, that is actually really cool is that every single person in this little cycle has a natural predator hunting them, whilst Maelstrom are literally so terrifying that they thrive specifically because they don't have a natural predator within the city. And that's kind of terrifying. But back to what I was saying. The thing that
Okay,
fascinates
once
me
again,
most is that
hello
all
there.
these gangs just being around manages
Like,
to
there's
flesh
things I
out
don't
the
like.
regular people of Night City as well. The only reason the Moxes have so
Could
many
be just 'cause
clients, and
I'm
the only reason the Joy
very
House and
lazy when I
is
think
because
about
of the
drawing
massive
them.
demand for it. Night City is a fictitious place that makes people promises, but does not only break those promises, but the people that it lied to.
The
as
short
well. Take a look at Night
sleeves,
City.
it's a
There are
cute.
ads everywhere in the city, and it's
So
interesting.
then I wonder
because
how
all
I
of
can
these
make
things
it
are not
long,
materialistic
flowing
in
sleeves
nature.
instead.
It's all very in the moment pleasures. Now, why don't people just leave Night City if it's such a shithole? Well, it's because Night City thrives on repeat customers. I'm specifically talking about non-gang members, okay? Just regular people. You come to Night City, you put
Red Bean
yourself
Bitter
in
Cream
debt
says,
hoping to make it big.
why aren't you
fail,
affiliate
you
anymore?
can't make enough money to get
I
out
was
of the
never
situation,
actually
you feel
affiliate.
trapped, you can't escape the city,
I
so you
at
turn
one
to the
point I
next big
did
thing.
have
Drugs,
3
sex,
concurrent,
food, drink.
yeah,
You
3
get tired of
average
your
viewers,
situation, you turn to
and
crime.
I was
You hope
offered the
that one
chance
good
to
tool will be enough to
apply
set you
and put in
free,
all my
and then you
information,
die.
and then I
Then
didn't.
someone buys your shitty
And then I
apartment,
stopped
and the cycle continues.
streaming, and now
It's
I'm below
amazing that the
3
streets are
again.
filled with ads for small pleasures, and it's
So
because
I'll probably,
companies thrive off
well,
of repeat
very,
customers. With
not
everything
very
I've spoken
likely
about so far in
that
this
it'll
segment,
ever
I'd just
happen.
like to say that I did not once need to look up a wiki for any of this. That is how well this world gets across.
As long as they
So
let
if you
me
just take a
stream,
moment to listen
The
to
Lock in a
city.
Stacko
I guess I
says,
should be happy.
it'll probably happen.
It's just so fucking cool. So I've been talking about Night City and just looking at it, but what's it like to interact with the people of Night City?
I'll be happy if they just let me stream. Nonetheless.
Story that they are honestly not even worth remembering. So since I don't remember either of them, let's look at some good old side quests. Just classical story-driven side quests. Hold on, let me think. Okay, so there's this really intriguing mission where you meet up with a death row inmate who has been let go because of some sort of deal, and he wants you to join him while he spreads the word of God. This inmate genuinely believes that, in a sense, he has found God, and that
The Lock in a
it is his
Stacko
duty
says,
to inspire the people
your
of Night
streams are
City
fun to be
do
in.
better. A lot
At
of
least
people
I
think
sure
he's
seem to think
crazy,
so.
he wants you to join
Red
Yeah,
Bean
well, your
Bitter Cream
brain
says,
is.
I'll make it happen.
Oh lord, that sounds like a threat.
I'd just like to take a moment to point out that this man, yeah, he was imprisoned for murder. So even at the beginning,
Taco, your brain is just wired different.
on edge and think
I think
that
most people
something
think I'm a
is
bit
up, but regardless, you
too
keep going. On this holy journey, he takes you to
boring.
this woman. This woman is the sister
I
of
gotta
the
look
man
up
who was murdered.
flowy Japanese clothes. Let's see what I can find.
And he wants your opinion on this situation. Is he a man that comes across
The Lock in a
as
Stacko
manipulator,
says,
using God as
I'm
a
boring
get
too
out of jail
though.
free card, or does his message of forgiveness
Boring with a big dose of ADHD.
believe that someone who has killed before deserves forgiveness? And if you're
Ooh.
in any
Okay,
position to be
I
left
see
the
some
interesting thing here is
Japanese
that even
clothing
if you are
inspiration.
convinced that he could be
Interesting.
helping people to love and forgive, the woman's mother walks in and is traumatized at the sight of her son's killer. And if you weren't already struggling with the morality of the questions the game is asking you, this pulls you back in and has you very, very conflicted. He thanks you for your time, and you are paid by this woman. Who is this? Oh, gee whiz, I really hope she doesn't ruin this entire fucking mission. You go to this diner, and he explains that he wants to send a message to the entire
And the
world.
difficult thing is, I want it to be
His life is
close to the
He
original.
wants to share that. His plan is to get
How do I get
crucified
how
while
like
spouting his message for the world
it?
to hear.
This is the difficult part of like a
I understand
referencing.
that sounds crazy, but trust me, it's actually a brilliant idea. He doesn't want
I want
to
like a
broadcast this
sailor
on
outfit,
television because people
like
will
a.
just think
But
this is
I really like
what he
the.
really wants to do.
I really like the parts on the sides that are yellow and blue stripes.
Very complicated concept in this game, so I'll try to explain it briefly. When recording a brain dance, you aren't using a camera to record someone's visual performance like in film or television. Brain dancers record
The Lock in a
someone's
Stacko says,
experiences and
maybe you can
memories.
stray,
When watching
let
a
your
brain
artistic
dance,
flow.
You hear, see, smell, and
Let
feel
my artistic
everything
blood
that an actor is
flow.
going through in the scene, and this includes their emotions. The idea here is that he is so committed and dedicated to his beliefs that if people feel
I'm
just
looking
for a
stuff up.
moment what he feels and the deep-rooted notion that he is willing to die
Ooh.
just to help those who
The Lock in a
can't see a
Stacko
bright
says,
future, if people are
let the
able
blood
to
flow and
feel
drip.
his emotion, they
Red
will
Bean
be
Bitter
willing
Cream
You won't
says,
believe what I just
This is
found.
querrieoh, you're a potato who can magically turn into pretty pony and you can do great art in no way are you boring.
dedication, love and death, and maybe, just maybe, we can help people learn to love and forgive. After you are paid,
I don't know. I'm very slow and slow-paced. But I just found a sailor suit kimono combines two iconic fashions. And I really like this.
why this mission fucking sucks. Everything I told you does actually happen. What I left out, however, is how you come
The
across
Lockinus
this
Taco
mission in the
says,
first place,
that
and
sounds
how it
interesting.
actually ends.
I think it's what I want to do.
I lied to you, but when talking about a game where all the marketing was complete bullshit, you should probably be used to that by now. The amount of dumb
No,
Red Bean
why'd you
Bitter
copy the
Cream
same
says,
image?
to get you into this mission is fucking stupid. The mission starts with this dumbass being salty that a mass murderer
I'm just a dumb little bean. Don't look at me.
fucked his wife. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And that they are being
Ah,
set free. You're being hired
copied
to
properly.
chase down a patrol car that is escorting this murderer, and your goal is to kill him. Once you finally chase down the patrol car, the man that hired you gets out of the car and says, "Don't kill."
Like, there's some elements I don't like.
Want to kill the guy, which in of itself is fucking stupid because why the fuck did you?
Still
hire
got the
him to kill a
ribbon in the
guy?
middle.
You're just gonna kill the guy. Whatever.
We'll
okay?
see what I
Let's
can
go. Now,
do.
remember, I'm hired by this guy. So when he walks up to the patrol car and he gets shot,
Both of
I
them want
instantly
something in the
think
middle.
That man that has yet to pay me is being killed. I better stop that. So I shoot the cop, and guess what? That was the wrong thing to do. As this game is totally busted and broken, and shooting a cop in this game makes the NCPD spawn up your fucking crapper, and they begin to fuck you while they're up there. I genuinely cannot record this next sentence without smiling. I'm sorry. What you are supposed to do is let the cop kill him, then
Not retaliate.
the man you've been hired to kill gets
Red
out
Bean
of
Bitter
the
Cream
car.
says,
You're not
only
supposed to
thing I
shoot
kind of
him,
understood
so
was
that
the
you
word
can
style.
say, "No,
Am I
don't
slurring my
kill him,
words?
Mr. Police officer. We need him."
That does happen on occasion. Interestingly enough, I went to go
Red
sell
Bean Bitter Cream
something.
says, no.
The game punishes you
Or is
for
my
not
mic
doing
dying?
that the
Which
game
would be even
cannot
worse.
do.
Or are my
Even
frames
attempt to
skipping a
offer,
lot?
you literally have
Which,
to die to do the
Twitch
mission
does
all over
claim.
again to know that in a mission where you've
Red Bean
been
Bitter Cream
hired to
says,
kill a guy,
it just
that
makes no
killing
sense
a
to me.
guy is the wrong way to play the game. Imagine if
Yeah,
instead
don't
of
worry,
getting
I've
someone
already
spawning
forgotten
in
what I
more
said,
holy than
to
the
be
man
quite
you wanted to
honest.
kill, the officer protecting the inmate tases you and is forced to take you into custody. He throws you into the back of the car, so you're forced to ride alongside the inmate, and the inmate then gets to know you and then says, "Hey, I'm going
The
to
Lockinus
be this
Taco
guy."
says,
Granted, you're still in a
also you
scenario
better be
where
glad
you
you haven't
expected
beast
to
with me
fail,
in a
but
few
at
days,
least
Rio.
you don't
My
shit
speech
the
has
bed
died,
and have to
lol.
do a car chase scene all over
Are you having like some autistic fit and your brain just forgot how to say words? In which case, hop in VC immediately, we must fix you. You are not allowed to become nonverbal.
The Lockinus Taco says, sometimes I do that, lol.
You are not allowed to become nonverbal.
Well, what I left out is that there is a part 2 to this mission. Haha, God, I just fucking love lying to you guys in order to
The
make a
Lockinus
fucking point,
Taco
and I'll
says,
at least tell you the
I
truth
keep
and
changing
say that
syllables
I'm
from words.
100% going to lie to you again in this video.
What are you
Suck
what are you
my
saying?
dick.
The wrong
Not
syllables in the wrong effect on it?
just walk away contemplating whether
Are
a
you
superficial
emphasizing the wrong syllables?
learning to love and forgive.
The Lockinus
how?
Taco says, like if I'm saying rock wall, I will say Valkral.
Alright, well this just takes training. Alright, we're gonna do our enunciation practice. Alright, b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b. You better be doing it with me.
XD.
You better be fucking doing it. B b b b b b b b b. Alright, we gotta b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b b.
The Lockinus Taco says, funny. Red Bean Bitter Cream says, get in VC right now.
Let's see if he's in VC.
Do it with him, only for the studio director to call you later saying the brain dance didn't work because he
Anyway, headphones went all weird.
as he died.
Output device. Stereo.
But it leaves nothing up for interpretation. You're just flat out told that he didn't change the world.
I'm in the Discord, DC. I don't see no taco.
For nothing. The point I'm trying to make here is that while the world itself is written fantastically,
Showing some of their shoulder here.
people in missions, and the lesson
The
isn't
question is then what happens elsewhere.
insane sometimes, methinks. The game seems to drop the ball.
The Lokinistako says.
But most of the
BNVC
time. And if it's
minute.
not the actual story
Okay.
not making sense, it's always a bug or a mechanic that kind of just ruins the entire experience. I'm not going to say that there aren't good side quests. One of the best side quests in the game is a mission where you are paid to hunt down rogue AI-driven cars by another AI who lost control of them. Once you find them all, you get a strange call and you find out that all of the AIs you found in the world are rebelling against their master, and they are tired of being slaves to the system. Even robots in this world are tired of being oppressed. There's one AI
Yo.
who is so emotionally drained that he is contemplating suicide.
Okay. I'm even pausing the video to hear you in ultra seriousness. Yes, can you hear me? Alright. We're going to do some enunciation exercises. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Go. You're fine! You dummy.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says. Good taco, I will be here listening and make sure you do your exercises.
Yeah, well, maybe you just have to be constantly trying not to till your brain gets the message. There are a lot of things you tell me. I can do it when I think. Like grammar. And grammar. And grammar. You keep swearing you can do it. Uh-huh. Well, maybe you should just try that always. Talking automatically sound... Okay, well... Sounds like someone on financial audit. When I don't spend money, it feels like I'm holding myself back.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says. I can't hear taco but also BRB.
Ah, I ruined it all. I ruined everything. It wasn't capturing your voice. Maybe it is now.
You turned schizophrenic again?
Yeah, I turned schizophrenic again. But it's fine. I'd be schizophrenic and you'd just be fucking autistic.
There we go.
The
Perfect.
world is unbalanced.
Balance has been reached by the mix of the tism and the schizophrenia.
Okay. No, that's not gonna work.
Ooh. Like earlier today, I was trying to tell someone something, and I took like 3 tries, and I could not get the words out because it just kept coming out with mixed syllables.
Well, what were you trying to tell them? Like, were you nervous? Were you...
I mean, like I was like slightly nervous. I don't know. Above neutral, but I wasn't like freaking out or anything. I'm just special sometimes. Or maybe I have brain worms.
Well, that would be bad. Make sure no one eats your brain.
I sure hope it doesn't get eaten. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anyone wants to. There's not that much up there.
You never know.
You know, I guess people.
I mean,
eat
if it's not
snails and
not very spongy and developed, that could be a delicacy.
That's true. Like veal.
I crave the smooth meats.
Really interesting. You're not just shooting things in this mission. You're talking someone out of the most desperate situation any human being can be. And they're not even a human being. The mission ends with you making a choice. Do you set free the imprisoned AI and let them out in the world? Or do you synchronize them all so they'll all become one entity and won't be a danger to the city? This is
Also, you're welcome to go back to not being a VC if you want to, but I'm chilling.
I'll do it till you say something dumb.
Bet you were waiting for that.
I see. Oh, no, I just heard my voice. I don't want to hear that again.
Instead of this being a mission that I could start on my own time, the game forces you to always have this mission active. So when you're driving around the streets doing any other mission, the game will just chime in with, "Hey V, there's a car near your area. Do your fucking job." "Hey V, just wanted to interrupt what you're doing to let you know that suck my balls. Go get a fucking car in the area, cunt." "Hey V, let's go bowl." I'm sorry, I had to, didn't I?
I think it's especially worse if I'm trying to like explain something.
Open world where I can go anywhere and do
Well then,
Which I guess that
never
makes sense,
explain
yeah.
anything again.
where to go and tells me
But I
what
want
do,
to.
and tells me how to feel and tells me that I'm playing the
Like-
fucking game wrong. To back up my point here, let me show you a
It's all in your mind. So your mind has just decided that explaining things is a source of trauma and difficulty. It doesn't want to do that shit anymore.
It's gonna have to fuck off. Because I'm gonna do it anyways.
Well, then you're gonna just have to speak manually whenever you speak now.
This stranger, it turns out to be Lizzie Wizzy, one of the biggest music superstars of Night City. She briefly complains about not being able to work on new music because of the circumstances in her life, but she cuts to the chase and tells you that she thinks that her boyfriend, who also happens to be her manager, is cheating on her. Hey, where are you going? Come on, just look, you've just got to trust me. It's really good. Where? My lover's cheating on me. Can you, like, investigate for me? Fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's see what this dickhead's up to. Wait a minute. She said her lover is actually her manager. Wait a minute. She said she hasn't been making music. Wait a minute. Managers only make money when their clients are making money. No music means no money. Huh. Oh, look, I found him cheating. Oh, look at him go. This fucker got you, you little fucker. Wait a minute, that person works for Arasaka Industries. Wait, isn't the main mission about Arasaka selling a device that digitizes people so they can live forever? Hold on, if Lizzie Wizzy was digified and was forced to live forever and he controls her, that means he can make money off of her forever. He can make her make music. The game is saying something, guys. Oh fuck it, it's doing the thing. You go and report to Lizzie Wizzy that her lover wasn't cheating on her, but was planning to get a digital copy of her to make her obsolete, and he would just use the digital version of her to control her and make more music. She does not take this news well. So much so that days later she calls you back.
It's a very nice shade of like blue purple.
By pushing him. And what I love is that it doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Maybe.
Briefly tells you that
The thing is, because I may have to like do line art and like finish this in a more standard way. But I don't know how much of this will be kept. That's the hard part. But I mean, okay, there's two options. If I do it my way, I would not be doing line art and etc. I'd probably be painting like this for most of it.
I mean, why not do it that way?
I don't know, maybe no one will buy it that way.
Oh, why not try?
Mhm.
See how they feel about your art, not just what you think they want.
Mm.
You have nothing to lose.
Except no one bidding. No one bid, I would
Well,
be sad.
well, it's only a temporary sadness. And then you adjust and try again.
But my ranking.
Well, maybe your ranking will have to suffer for a short time.
Oh.
You must learn. Take some risks.
Mm. We'll see what happens.
And he finds his passion for music again, not seeing it as how he got here and how he became miserable, but where it's going to take him from now on. Oh, isn't that nice? The next mission with him has you committing terrorist
Oh, it's only like a month until I will have known you for 3 years.
Dun 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 dun.
What the fuck? Kerry goes from not
The anniversary of when your life ended.
control his life to being so
I don't know about ended. I mean, you could ending doesn't. It's not necessarily bad. That chapter, sure, that chapter life definitely ended.
This game makes characters do so
And how would you describe that chapter?
Kerry literally wants to kill young
Not
girls,
good.
and then 1 minute later, literally is giggling and wants you to take a photo of them. Oh,
Current chapter, good.
someone just fucking shoot me. I get I'm
Really? Even
That's
though
what
it's a
not
lot
good.
of effort and suffering?
complaining and bitching, okay?
But that's what makes things worth it.
Upset because there are parts of this game
Mhm.
that show me the stories can go beyond being good. They can
And there's just a lot of
There is
good
some
things. There's a
amazing
lot more effort, but there's a lot more good
content
things.
you get to have with this guy named Rivers as you go on a mission trying to find a den of kidnapped teenagers, and stemming off of that, you get to be a detective for a political group that strives to not be as corrupt as everyone else within Night City, only for you to find out that they are slowly being brainwashed and conditioned mentally into being just like every other political figure.
Oh, never mind, I was wrong.
City.
I thought it was like September 22nd. No, September 12th.
No, you were wrong. That part was the best time of your life, and now you just wish you could go back.
Cyberpunk has all the elements you need in order to make a compelling world.
No, current time is best time.
That world into interactable quests,
Yeah.
something seriously went wrong. It's not like that for all side quests, but considering
If you say so.
all the side quests worth remembering,
Sure do say so.
two didn't piss me
How
off.
dare
I
you.
find that kind of sad. All the gigs and bounties are just go over here and kill
Should I
a
not?
guy. Go over
Should I
here
not
and
dare?
press a button. Go over here
I
and
don't know.
collect
I'm not
money.
gonna dare for you.
Worth remembering, they're just a way for you to get money.
Chosen my dare then.
Which in a game about killing is fine, but I'm not gonna act
Mhm.
like that makes for an impactful or insightful story, because it doesn't. So we focus on this, and even this is lackluster. At least the main story gives me the satisfaction of choice and freedom, right? Man, I fucking love foreshadowing.
34 days. I had to look it up because I didn't feel like counting days.
I hate day
It
math.
was 12. I do too. It's nightmarish.
Nomad, Street Kid, and Corvo. When it comes to starting your journey in Night City,
Day and time math.
three options that you have. Street Kids are
Time math is
ambitious
more
and tough
tolerable
guys.
though.
I do the break times, or I do like the rotation times for work, and I'm fairly sure that everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? And are just going along with me for the sake of niceness. And I'm like, okay, 2.5 hours from now is, yeah. It's there. It's like, yeah.
To get what they want. This is a life where no one can be trusted. These three options you
Don't
see
worry.
before you were known as life paths and will define
Hate it.
your origin and story heading into.
I mean, it might be a little easier if everyone
Take a
used
look at Street Kid.
military time, but still, that doesn't fix all the problem.
Military finds fun. Not even that hard. You just add,
The Street Kid life path throws a
You-
lot of information
you subtract
at you in a
2.
very short amount of time, but
Or you
what's
add
great
2.
about
You
it
add
is that
2.
it is never overwhelming.
Alright, it's a
Speak to
foolproof
named
plan.
Pepe who
Alright, it's
gives
1
out
p.m.
money to a loan shark and
You add a
can't pay
2,
up due to
and then you add a
circumstances
1
that fully
in the
explain.
tens
Regardless,
place.
You can offer to help him by talking to the loan shark and fixing up a deal.
There's
Make a deal
13.
with the loan shark. You steal a car from
Foolproof.
Kirk and
7
pay
p.m.
of his debt. Kirk is depicted
You
as
add
a
2 to the
happy guy.
ones place and 10 to the and 1 to the tens place. But you got 19.
Or worse, you just sit there and count.
Fuck counting. None of my boys count. None of my game boys count. We add and subtract.
This establishes the rivalry between the two gangs and plays a big part in the Street Kid life path. You get dropped off at the mission location, you try to steal a
Okay,
car,
I'll be right back.
you
I'm gonna
are
get some water.
interrupted by Jackie,
Okay.
who also happens to be on a similar job and needs the car. I'm just gonna say it right here, okay? Jackie is the coolest character in this entire game. Even when he has a gun in your face, he instantly insists that it's nothing personal, and he really doesn't want to hurt you, so pretty please don't give him a reason. God, what a fucking gentleman. Regardless of what you do here, the cops show up and you get to meet Stints. Stints is a character that I'd love to dive deeper into later on. He is a cop that grew up in the same region of Night City as Jackie, and despite his better judgment and despite a corpo telling him to kill you, he drops you off safely after agreeing to kill you. While he did go down the path of corruption, he still has a sense of honor and looks out for those who he grew up with. Jackie offers to get you food. You agree, and a partnership begins. Together you become mercenaries, which is honestly a job most fitting for a street kid. After a little montage and a small time jump, the storyline of the street kid begins. Now let's take a look at the Nomad life path. Unlike the Street Kid life path, the Nomad opening takes place outside the borders of Night City and shows an emotionally drained V who, for unknown reasons, has abandoned his family and clan as he is heading to Night City for a fresh start. There is this really stupid part here where V has taken his car to a mechanic because it broke down and he can't fix it. But then the fucker literally just walks up and fixes it himself. Like, V, what the fuck?
Compressor will run on and on. It could seize up.
Did anyone ask your opinion?
You did, V! You brought a car to a mechanic to get his opinion, you fucking— Once you get the car started, you're interrupted by the sheriff. He calmly starts interrogating you, asking you why you're in his town. From this small conversation, you find out that he is a veteran and that there's no way you'd be able to take him on, so you leave. To get yourself over the border and into Night City, you've grabbed yourself a job to deliver goods into the city from outside of the border. You grab yourself a signal, you find out where the goods are and the client, and you're on your way. Once you're there, you're— Jackie! Once you have Jackie and the goods, you head over to the border and try to pay off the inspector. However, he suspects that you don't have a clan backing you up, so he rats you out, thinking that you'll have no backup. A chase ensues, you barely manage to escape, and you're forced to hide in an abandoned shed. At this point in time, you have border security hunting you down, you have corporate goods that the company wants back, and you are stranded with no car as Jackie crashed it. Jackie bonds with you over getting out of the chase alive and senses a connection. The game cuts and we get a cutscene of you and Jackie planning an escape while also delivering the goods to the corporation in the hopes of being let— Hold on, sorry, I'm playing the Street Kid montage. Let me just— Okay, there we go. So as— Wait a minute. Hold on. No way. No fucking what? Lastly, let's take a look at the corpo life path. We begin our journey puking from the stress of the corpo life and we get a call from Jackie. Wait, what the fuck? V is stressed because he's being asked to commit a hit job to another corpo. The job needs planning. Meet up with Jackie to talk about the details of the job, only to be met by some strange men that threaten to kill you if you don't rat out who told you to commit the assassination. That has yet to be planned, so I don't know how they—
think I shall go to bed early tonight.
What time have you been going recently?
A little bit late.
Like what? How late?
Oh man, I was going to bed 12 to 1. But it got pushed to like 1 to 2. And then last night, it got pushed to 3.
How? Pushed how? Who's pushing it?
Well, I went to bed a little later, a little before 2. And then I just couldn't sleep until closer to 3. Should have been in bed earlier. And it wasn't too bad. I'm still chilling, but I'm tired, which is good.
Being tired is good if you can actually sleep. Just for the sake of consistency. Probably aim for midnight.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's the same. No matter what life path you pick, no matter what origin you have, it's the same fucking opening. Remember how I said we're going to be talking about Kirk later? No, we fucking won't.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says,
Whee!
I'm back.
Welcome back. Hope you are alive.
Tried to kill you. The corpos who you betrayed, all of them aren't in the fucking game. When you play the Street Kid opening, Padre gives you his number and says he hopes to do business with you. So when I saw you worked with Padre in the montage, it kind of made sense. However, despite if you play the Street Kid,
Trying to do the sleeves.
doing business with him
Speaking of
regardless
bedtimes,
in
okay.
the montage. After the
Pretty close to
montage,
bedtime.
no matter what you pick,
Yeah, as soon as, I don't know. I think I could finish just the sketch of the clothing.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says,
Especially, I like how it's going.
excuse you.
Oh yeah. Oh
What
whoa.
is that?
Haven't looked in a while.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says,
Hello.
Taco.
Excuse me.
You know what's funny? In those lines of dialogue, you talk about the life paths like
That is looking really good.
cementing the fact that the life path options mean
I hadn't looked since you were working on the blue shoulder part.
When
But it's fine. They lied in the marketing, and we have all the right to be pissed off about it. But the life paths meaning jack shit gives the real story focus, and what story there is good. That's not an excuse for all.
But
of the
legitimately, that looks
people
very
who
nice.
fucking
I like
lied,
that.
But in a sense, this is a good thing. The point I want to
see if I
make
could
is that
finish
your
it up.
choices in this game
It's fitting the elegant.
matter. This is what the game promises in the marketing.
It's like
Every
elegant
starting point is a
and kinda like
decision
nonchalant.
to a new
It's a little
outcome.
provocative,
Doesn't
maybe.
actually
I don't know.
obvious in the game,
It definitely is
it
falling
looks
under that, yeah.
like this. You can make choices in this game.
Fine with me though. Maybe it'll get more money.
The game will always find a way to get you back on track and going where you
Red Bean Bitter
want
Cream
to go,
says,
which leads back
do
to
you
the
have a name
title
for the
of
French
this
fry guy?
segment. Your choice. Your choice. No, it's their
We'll
choice.
call
their
him
journey. CD Projekt Red wants to tell you a specific story. It
Breaks.
wants to give you the illusion that you were the one that
Brace?
made the choices that got you
Breaks.
when that
Breaks. Okay,
Like,
his name is
I got a
Breaks.
car.
a friend of mine actually made a Cyberpunk
First thing that
Yes.
popped in my head was Brakes Plus.
found one of the only
Brakes
choices in the
Plus?
game that matters.
Like
It
the,
doesn't really change that much, but it does
the,
mean
mechanics
something. If
place.
you're intrigued in learning more about the game
Never heard
Mechanics
of it.
change.
the game
Let's see.
places itself
How can we make it quirky?
I highly recommend his video. But even though the story might not
Change it to
Mm.
breaks, as in breaks
the one
things.
we got is still
Oh,
fucking
that's how I spelled it for. I guess it
Act 1. Act 1 is where the game shines the most.
Breaks.
breaks.
One depicts an ambitious Jackie and V as they are picked for a job that will throw them into the major
Breaks.
leagues of Night City. The job
Breaks.
is a heist against Yorinobu Arasaka, the rebellious son of Saburo Arasaka,
Mm.
the CEO of Arasaka Industries. Your goal is to steal a relic chip that holds the consciousness of an unknown entity that Yorinobu
Breaks.
plans to Netwatch. Relic chips
Breaks.
hold the digital souls of those who have passed and are designed so that when the chip is
Break
inside
one.
your head, you can talk to those
Break
who
one.
have passed
No, I don't like
away
that.
they never left. It's creepy.
Okay, there's
but
Breaks.
also kinda cool. I'll be skipping a lot of the details here as most of Act 1 is prep work for the heist. When the heist takes place,
You could also call him Potato Brickhead.
sneaking through security,
Potato
controlling a
Brickhead.
group of
For short.
Al-Qaeda to hack into the mainframe, using a brain dance to identify where the chip is going to be hidden. It's spectacular. I fucking love it. Things are going smoothly when suddenly
I like if you just
the
left it as
entire
bra.
hotel starts getting restless.
Bra.
Forced to hide as Yorinobu returns to his room and his father shows up. They talk for a while and then he leaves. Just fucking kidding, he kills him! And because you try to escape the room, you're framed for the Emperor's murder. It's such a thrill ride of emotions as you try to flee that you forget that Jackie was actually shot. I didn't go deep into Jackie here, but trust me, this hits you in the feels. The chip you were stealing was kept in a case that replicates that of an organic environment, as these chips normally are stored in someone's head. When the case is broken, Jackie willingly puts the chip in his head for protection.
It's got-
but
Red
with
Bean
it
It's got a
Bitter
very,
Cream
like-
says,
is then handed
well,
over
it's
to
gotta be
you
a little
and
quirky like your name.
sadly passes.
Every
Like
name
Mean
needs
Girl.
quirkiness. But what'd you say, Taco? Said it-
The thing you're drawing, it's got like a mean girl main character energy kind of thing. Like nonchalant, elegant.
In the trailers, it was already spoiled that Jackie would die, Dex would shoot you,
Mm.
and that you wouldn't die because Johnny Silver.
I don't know
Well,
if that's the
everyone
best
wants
way
to
to
be the
describe
main
it.
character, don't they?
Samurai, we've got some balls to
Well, I think it's
but what
good.
happens in the game is a
I'm
little
trying to
different.
describe
If you
it.
die, Dex still kills destroys you, but then you play as Johnny Silverhand as he heads out on a mission to blow up Arasaka Tower. I'm sorry, the jump here is like so fucking good. Act 1 literally just does not fucking slow down. He succeeds, however, this mission takes place in 2023 and Arasaka is still standing strong in 2077. So as the player, you know that Johnny's mission was for nothing. This segment ends with Johnny being killed by a device known as Soul Killer, but more on that later. When V comes to, you crawl out of a dump, and this is where the story starts to get a little fucky. Dex killed you and dumped the body. That is what happened. But when Takamura, the lead security guard for Saburo, investigates the murder, he demands that Dex leads him to you alive, and he does. So, like, he knew you were alive? But why did he dump the body? Like, you literally crawl out of the dump. He wasn't hiding your body. You were dumped. You were dead. You were shot in the head with a gun. It kind of feels like they wrote themselves into a corner by having V shot in the head, but because it was so heavy in the marketing, they had to continue with this janky continuity, but that's just my thoughts on the matter. Takamura worked for Saburo, so when he finds Saburo's supposed murderer, that being you, Yorinobu tries to have both of you killed to cover up everything. You both survive, Takamura takes you to a clinic, he says he'll be in touch, and you are informed about your condition, and it turns out that being shot in the fucking head was the least of your problems. Like, the game just glosses over it, like it's nothing. Some nanobots on the chip saved your life. That's not how microchips work, idiot. The real problem you have to face is that the relic in your head has a living entity on it, and that entity is slowly killing you. This is when you find out that you're slowly dying and you have a few weeks to live, and at this point, I closed the fucking game and didn't touch it for 2 weeks because this is fucking bullshit. And this stems from my problem.
Red Bean
with
Bitter
the
Cream
light path
says,
not mattering.
really
I'll show you
Automat
a
glares.
trailer. You ready?
What'd you say?
Here we go.
So what do you want? Supercar? A big house? You want to rule this?
Oh Lord, why would you think that?
Great. You need a softer touch.
What?
Because taking over Night City ain't gonna be
Red Bean Buttercream thinks my kitty
Cool. One thing though, you can't upgrade
looks
your car, you can't buy
gender
a car,
curious with sassy attitude.
actually take over the city, but even from a money
I mean,
perspective, you can't be someone who has it all. There are
No.
I don't know if I really see it. I don't really see it.
I mean, she doesn't have boobs, but that's just because I don't like drawing
But
boobs.
it's only scripted once or twice. This isn't a reoccurring mechanic in the game.
I'm in.
Yeah, me too. I want to play this fucking game. This heist was so fun. And
I don't know. I
thought
can't.
this was going
I
to
don't.
be
I don't.
so
I can't see anything that I can say that would be
beating the system, but it's not.
look
This
like
is the
that.
game where you play as V, the mercenary
I'm
who
not sure.
has
Maybe
a
they can
cure.
explain their
In
thinking.
that time, you have to find a cure for the
Explain.
wound in your head, or you'll die. In Cyberpunk, you can become anyone, anything. That's what Keanu told me.
In Night City, you can become anyone, anything.
In Cyberpunk, you can become anyone, anything, as long as you're a guy named V who is a mercenary.
Red Bean
and
Bitter
is
Cream
dying.
says,
Oops.
cause it kind of has like a
Isn't
muscular
game
body
about
to me.
having it all. It's a game about
Yeah,
having
that's my
nothing,
lack
and
of
that's
artistic
so
ability
cool.
there.
In of itself,
When it comes to bodies, I
I'm
can
not saying this
I can only draw
is
certain
what I showed you
things.
is bad
Like,
in of itself, but don't
I can't
look at your game
do
as
like
about
soft and curvy.
Let it be about another.
Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. I need the muscles to tell me what the fuck I'm drawing.
I mean, I think you did pretty. You did that more soft and curvy on the last one, the fox.
You marketed your game about being a mercenary that
But I also didn't have to do the full body, just the chest.
That's true.
It's not a game about that. It's a game about being a guy who's going to die. If you're going to write a story about the implications of wanting to be alive and going to any length to get there, do it. But don't sell me a game on a lie. This game was marketed like your choices matter.
I guess I can see it kind of because it, like, it's not like a super pronounced gender. Like if I saw it, I'd still guess
The Nomad, the Street Kid,
that it would be
and
female,
Volvo.
but
What a
I don't know.
load of fucking dog shit. You don't get to play who you
I'll
want to play.
play with how
Unfortunately,
to
a mercenary who's dying.
emphasize her femininity.
And I would at least respect the game.
Or just let whoever buys it just choose what they are. I don't care.
I'm about to spoil the entire game for you.
In the ad, I'm gonna put cat girl.
Click away. I'm not gonna fucking stop. You ready? Here we go. A game about the journey of a man or woman who wants to live and makes choices that change the outcome of the
Onyx
ending.
Theracon says,
Wow.
it's a
I
potata.
am indeed a potato. Welcome, Onyx the Raccoon. Welcome to my den of starchy poison.
And that's fine.
And I hope you enjoy your stay.
As a dying person who lost everything
Onyx Theracon says,
die eventually
hi y'all.
is fine.
Ahoy,
But
ahoy.
tell us that we can be anything.
In this den we have a taco
No, it's a
and a buttercream.
When you first meet Johnny, it's kind of stupid. He just slaps you despite the fact
I'm listening to some video game reviews in the background. It's kinda jaw character.
and wants to work with you in the hopes of helping you save yourself and maybe
Trying and achieving.
save him.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate where I'm going.
As I said at the beginning of the video, I think Johnny is a shit character because, yeah, he is when he interacts with you. The first time you ever get to see or hear Johnny is in this segment. However, this does not paint a clear picture of who Johnny really is. To see that, you'll have to play the game. But luckily, I did that for you, so let's paint a better picture of this man together. In 2013, Johnny is a rebellious but arrogant rocker writing music in the hopes of opening people's eyes to the corrupt ways of the Arasaka family. He consistently calls this his vision, however holds no compassion for those who fear the
It's kind of trippy what's happening with that other sleeve.
the relationship between them is depicted
Gotta
as
do
one of
this.
pleasure and very little respect. As Alt will constantly point out that Johnny is full of shit and holds no real idea of what he is doing or even what he stands for. And as you're playing the game, you kind of realize that she might be right. Even when Alt leaves, all Johnny can do is try to entice her to stay with the
I wonder if I should.
directly after verbally abusing the shit out of her, which starts to paint Johnny as kind of a poser. This leaves players feeling like
Seems like I might have to bring the arm up
he is
on the other side.
like his character, but you
I don't want to, but
this is not a good guy yet. I'll say that. Yet. Even when
Like lift the shoulder up?
and it has nothing to do
I don't want to move the shoulder or anything. I just think I might have to draw a hand for her. Because right now, it kind of looks like it's like merging into the tail.
Yeah.
Minds into digital engrams that can be tortured in the future. Johnny stays being an arrogant and selfish prick until he finds Alt dead and he realizes that this is bigger than just him. Jump to 2023, he finally believes the bullshit that he was spitting in 2013 and then plans to blow up Arasaka Tower to stop Arasaka's bullshit. In 2013, he called Alt a good fuck and little more, but in 2023, we see Johnny telling groupies to
Let's see if I can do this without a lot of effort.
changes Johnny for the better, and he goes from an arrogant rocker boy
Efficiency.
to a man wanting to change this city for the better, even if it means him dying in the process. What a fucking character arc. It's quick, it's subtle, but it's still fucking good. From an abuser to a defensive man who doesn't want to see women using themselves as sex objects. From a fake wannabe visionary to a revolutionary icon whose message lives on through his music. This to me is Johnny Silverhand. And here is the Johnny Silverhand that lives in your head telling you that he didn't learn a thing and that he wasn't abusive to Alt at all. What are you talking about? She was manipulative and what they both had was something special. Oh, for fuck's sake. You even find out later that all of this, all of the development we just saw Johnny go through is Johnny's subjective truth, where he believes he wasn't a piece of shit, which makes no sense.
Red Bean Bitter Cream says, "Oh, Onyx the French fry guy is temporarily named Brack, and please feel free to give opinions on the name."
Bracken. This is more like Brad. I don't know. His name is Brickhead.
Break.
Yeah, we're workshopping it. We're workshopping it. Right now I'm workshopping an arm.
In a different direction. Okay, so can I see what really happened? And the game just fucking says lol nope.
What kind of mental damage do you have to have where you create a reality in your head where you did everything right and you know what the right things to do are, but in reality all you do is the wrong things?
I feel like context is needed.
Okay, well, it's in the game. There's
Oh,
the
I can't hear
character. Yeah, I can't hear it. Okay, but in the game, you get two perspectives of a story. You get well, you see the real person, but then you dive into their memories, and it turns out like that the real person is like an asshole, but in their memories they acted exactly correctly. But you know that because of their real character, they couldn't have.
I mean, that sounds interesting.
Of course, that isn't what happens.
As concept.
Has no idea what order you're going to do the side quests in. So instead, he just stays being the stubborn prick he
Sounds like the worst type of person to try and be friends with.
Maybe I just think it's interesting because I think how inaccurate memories are is very interesting.
Yeah, there's a type of person that will do something wrong and just convince themselves that they didn't, and so that they can, I mean, it's like, so that there's no mental disconnect when they're yelling, "I didn't steal no thing," even as they are like hiding the stolen Taco Bell tacos like in their butt. I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
No, why do they do that to me?
Someone kidnapped me and put these tacos up here. We have you on camera.
Bitter Cream says, I find it interesting because I don't understand it.
Like, there's a... trying to see if I can remember enough of the story to not butcher it. But there was this reporter. He was like late World War II. Or maybe I think it was after World War II. And he followed along with some military unit doing a Nazi raid, right? And he told the story. He was very reputable. Super, like, no reason to ever believe what he said was a lie. But then, some people of the military unit he was with gave completely a different account of what happened. And then people that were raided also gave completely different accounts. With like, it wasn't even like, oh, like details of they went here versus here. But like, who was even there, or if it even happened. And best as anyone can figure is everyone just, their memories are so all very wrong, so no one actually knows what happened. And they were all, or at least mostly all, very reputable people.
It shows how no one at all is reputable. Patience is this one big weird lie.
Like in the law. What's it called?
Okay, well then, is there any like factual proof about what actually happened discovered later?
I don't remember all the details that they weren't sure about. I think they gave a pretty good guess, but there's no proof of any of it happening.
Well, then if there is no proof of it ever happening at all, then it did not happen.
Well, I mean, there's eyewitness accounts that it happened.
But where's the proof?
Exactly. That's how it is a lot of things, though.
Yeah, but if there's no proof, eyewitnesses are notoriously unreliable.
It's likely that something happened related to it.
And that's just great to me. A lot of games depict women as sex objects. Do the thing and get the sex scene. But Cyberpunk demands more of you. To understand the intricacies of the human...
But imagine that. Imagine being that reporter. Like, you vividly remember what happens. Like,
well, there are a lot of moms that vividly remember loving their children before killing them in the bout of postpartum depression.
I mean, I would say that it's different, though.
Because she breathes through her skin. Isn't this really deep? Stop reading into it. Just look at the poop physics.
No, I remember. Okay, there's this meme I read. It was like it was a it was a like 3-panel comic, and it was this guy pooping. I was like, man, these mushrooms really gave me the runs.
Says, Red Bean Bitter Cream slapped a lizard sticker for 0 bits.
I will never stop talking about how terrible Johnny is.
Anyway, frame 1 was this guy on the toilet being like, yeah, man, mushrooms really give me the runs. I'm glad I made it back home before I did anything embarrassing. Frame 3, he's in the middle of the street.
I don't have much to say to sum up the juicy details. You and
Hey, perception is reality, right?
the truth of what
Yeah, there's like a mother and a child gasping in horror. There's like just people everywhere.
Boo's sister, so you can give her all the details of what happened and that her brother is guilty.
I've decided to take that meme as a lesson. Like whenever someone's doing some really wacky shit, don't take it personally. They're probably out in their own world.
Yeah.
And to get you to help, she offers you assistance.
I feel like that's how it is with schizophrenics.
Okay, but I don't want them around me. They can be in their own world, but not around me. Or maybe not around anyone. I don't know. Maybe on their meds.
And is going to kill you any day now. You need to act fast. You sit
Wait, did I tell you the theory? Okay, like if we relate schizophrenic to the inner voice thing. People going through schizophrenia, it could be like a disassociation between their inner voice and themselves, where they then perceive the inner voice as like an enemy or someone that is not them.
I could see that. I feel like that could definitely be true in some cases. I feel like that doesn't fulfill, or it doesn't explain all.
Yeah, it doesn't explain. Like, why would your inner voice be telling you to, like, tear the fridge door off the handle and go and smack everyone in the head with it?
Or, I mean, even to the point, like, you have, like, them having multiple voices, or, like, you know, visual hallucinations.
Well, visual hallucinations could be a malfunction of, like, okay, some people can imagine things in their brains, and some people say they can't at all. Like, imagine, like, pictures and images and, like, even fictional things that they make up in their brain.
I think it could still explain, like, the irrational things, because there's evidence that parts of your brain are completely irrational.
It's like jumbled code. We don't fucking know what it is yet.
Like, have you ever heard about, I feel like I've talked about it before, but the experiments where they cut the connections between the two hemispheres of people's brains?
And wait, didn't like this one side like just start acting on its own or something? No.
Yeah, because one hemisphere of your brain controls one side of your body, the other side controls the other, right? But only one of those hemispheres is your conscious. That is what you are, you know, what you were thinking with. But in some way, the other side interacts with you. And we know it has some degree of anonymity, or not anonymity, autonomy, because in those people that have them separated, they can lose control of the side of their body that doesn't have that isn't controlled by the conscious hemisphere.
Oh yeah, and then we talked about how terrifying it would be if you just lost control of your body.
Yeah.
Interesting. You should go back to those experiences. Those seemed fun.
They still do it. It's a procedure for extreme epilepsy.
You should get some epilepsy. Let's cut your brain in half. One side tries to do modeling, the other side just, I don't know, plays with a fidget cube. I can't imagine the brain of Taco.
I don't think you want to.
Dun, dun, dun.
Much to say aside from this is nice. You also get the choice of handing over your body to Johnny, as your body has been altering itself to suit him anyway, and he will be able to live a long and fulfilling life.
Very interesting.
You cannot. If you hand over your body to Johnny, your digital soul is taken past the black wall and is merged
Now here's another thing about schizophrenia. So the symptoms, like, you know how, like, generally when you think of schizophrenics, their hallucinations are generally negative. Either they're scary or violent, you know, not good. In parts of the world, people with schizophrenia don't have that. They have hallucinations and all that, but they don't have terrifying hallucinations. Like, they just kind of they have euphoric hallucinations.
I wonder what kind of connections can be made from that, like, people with really shitty lives? People with really good lives? Is it?
It seems to be genetics, because, like, it doesn't happen, like, in the United States. There's not It could be, it's either genetics or cultural.
While this kid will never know this was
And I
John's
don't think there's been any conclusive research about it, but
legacy away. He is leaving all he had to the city that destroyed him, and he sets off to start a new life, a life we will never know. Things
Curious and curious.
you should go to bed. Here's what time it is.
I should.
If you let Johnny take over your body,
And do one thing.
however, if you choose to live
Get up
and you didn't pick
and do good things tomorrow.
things are a little different.
I'm scared. I'm scared that I can't do good things tomorrow.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I'll lose all the art muscles that allowed me to do whatever this is. A struggle.
You also, it's just like with biking. If you overdo it, it's a lot harder to do it next time. You have to leave yourself wanting.
I think tomorrow was gonna be a very, like, other than like making myself do art and book, maybe trying to organize my room a little. I'm tired to the point where even thinking of actually having a day of doing things is just terrifying.
No, I think that's fair. You had your exciting day. Now go relax.
Friday was so full of things we did. Today was full of things. Or we did lazy days sometimes.
Definitely do.
But not too lazy. I don't want it to feel wasted either.
No. Do things that are relaxing, but don't feel like you wasted your day.
Now I have to change this part.
People needlessly die. People fight for your life. A life
Now is the sleep time.
short regardless.
Consistency.
So many people will die in order for you to live. Is that fair? Is that the right choice to make? As a player, you can
I'll go to bed at a consistent time if you go to bed.
We can't tie each other to each other because that way we just both die.
Well, at least for right now, because then I will go to bed, and I can convince you to. It's a win-win.
Okay. The last thing I'm gonna do is just
attempt of a man or woman wanting to save the lives
do
of
it. What's it?
everyone they love. The gunshot fades in with the rest of the city, and while the rest of the city keeps going, everything for you.
Hey, V. I was thinking about you the other day, and I thought I'd just give you a call. I know it's pointless, but once upon a time, people were talking to
Where? No. Oh fuck.
Uh-oh. What?
I think I deleted that sleeve I made. No! No!
I'm sorry. No way to go back. No way.
Fuck. Wait.
You can just make it better next time.
Okay. It wasn't that far away.
This is the ending that I
Oh, you got it back?
most impactful.
Yeah, and I was scared of, like, when I deleted it or whatever. I undid a few times. It's not even that complicated. I just really didn't want to fucking do it again.
That's fair.
Just so the people that they love don't have to meet a similar fate. Cyberpunk is a game with a beautiful message of staying true to who you are or your willingness to give up on dreams in the face of fate. However, the marketing tampers with the game's message with false promises of grandeur and glory when Cyberpunk just isn't that. Cyberpunk will never be a masterpiece. You can tell yourself that once the bugs are fixed, that this game will stand among the greats, but I just don't see it happening. I love Cyberpunk for what it is, but it isn't the game that I wanted, and it wasn't the game that we were sold on. I understand this ending might be abrupt, but there's really not much more to say. These endings are beautiful. They say something. It's a message about loss and the intricacies of who V is as a character. There's not really much more to say. That was Cyberpunk. If this seems a bit anticlimactic of an ending, imagine how it felt to play the game. I think it's kind of poetic that we end this video all the same. If you are looking for some more content on,
So have you heard about
I have two
W
friends that have made
Place?
some fantastic videos on the topic,
No.
as I spoke about earlier in the video.
So,
James Miller did a fantastic video breaking
Wait. I heard. I saw it on the forum, and there was like they were like defending their territory. They tried to make a flightless bird icon and defend their territory, and they were calling on people to come help them. So is it like is it a Reddit only thing, or is there now something that's non-Reddit with a similar function?
So it used to, the Reddit one happened. This one is the whole of the world. It's like Google Maps. It's Google Maps, and you can draw on it.
Okay, what do you call...
I'll send you a link to it if you want to see it.
Interesting.
But the cool thing is I decided to look next to where I live, and someone is drawing a sketch of a scene from one of my favorite movies.
You have a favorite movie?
I do. It's a Ghibli movie. So you won't have ever seen it, but
Let me screenshot it.
Sonic. And then it says gently holds. I can't tell if that's referring to Sonic or something else.
I'm waiting.
There's a cool quail drawing.
I want to see the Sonic thing.
Oh, yeah, let me screenshot. Doxing my location. Screenshot.
No, okay, the gently holds one is referring to something below. Don't you see where there's
That's what
like
I was thinking.
Come
Yeah.
on. They were being
yeah,
a
sure.
little bit
The more shocked I am that this franchise
pancakey
Oh.
when they put it
there
too
are some
high.
seriously good games here, but when you look at the
Someone is drawing a B-52. That's awesome.
I don't know what it is, but okay, at the top right corner of your screenshot, whatever blue lizard thing is, that looks pretty cool. I think
I'll
there's
screenshot. It's a
I think
Pokemon.
there's something like something Psycho 100, and it reminds me of Mob Psycho. I think that's a mob. Okay, I think the O and B are just like not filled in yet.
Not sure where it is.
Of course, there's some dumb fuck. You're valid. Get out of my map with that shit.
There's a plane over the Air Force Base. That makes sense.
I wonder what that blue thing where the mouth on the stomach is. Like and in the screenshot you sent, there's like, it looks like a scary character. It's wearing like red overalls. Man, it's really a commitment. I can't imagine putting all the work to draw that in and coming back from work and like, someone deleted it.
I'm just gonna try sharing my screen. So I want to show you a couple. There's some cool ones.
Another screenshot.
I know with the screenshot.
I just want to draw and then I want to go to bed. I don't have to keep looking.
You should just go to bed.
Trying so hard to be something that it's not, and then it forgets what made this franchise great in the first place. Far Cry games, for the most part, are games where the story takes
Looks like the
itself
one
very
school
seriously,
has
as one
been
would expect from a game
made their
heavily
logo.
orientated
That makes
to
sense.
culture and slavery, and where the games do get a little goofy, it never draws away from the game's overall feel. Far Cry 6, whilst being a story about the death of liberty, tries to fetishize the idea idea of revolution to the point that the series tone that the game upholds starts
Damn.
to get overshadowed by
That
the
one
ability to read the room that
girl character from Sonic.
opens by putting you smack
Amy?
dab in the middle
But-
of the action and takes place weeks after the president of
The rabbit one.
Yep.
She's pink. She's probably Amy. She
She's
has a big hammer.
Not Amy.
Oh.
No. Let's take a screenshot of it. The very busty version.
Oh, Rouge the Bat. I had to say it
Yes,
was
I think
boobs.
so.
I wouldn't know.
I figured you'd get that after the boobs. Some cool ones. God. But it's only 1 pixel. Only 1 pixel font.
Well, nobody knows. You play as Danny, a
There's the
famous
eye from
army
Terraria.
who plans to flee the country with her friends. Before you are able to, however, the army shows up to enforce the new draft and kill all who disobey. After watching your friend get
Screenshot this one, because this one's cute.
barely slipping past
It's just a
military
quail.
forces, and the visuals that encapsulate the
We get 'em in our-
facility are bleak,
In our neighborhood a
to say
lot.
the least. Soldiers executing those found hiding, watching tanks roll into the city from below, blood flowing into the sewers from the streets, soldiers declaring all those killed as fake Yarans.
There's a lot of
and not
partially
real
done
civilians,
ones.
and fellow
Oh, you know
Yarans
that blue
always
character with the
survive,
mouse on the stomach?
seeing all those
Yeah.
fleeing the
I don't know what
Someone
it
else
is. I
drawing
asked you
another-
what it was.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either, but someone is drawing it, another version of it, but bigger.
What if it's like some character in some game we just don't know about because we're
Yeah.
not cool enough to understand the current day vibes.
It looks like it's eating it, like the mouth and its stomach has like a tail coming out. You know that the tail has got like a spade on the end.
Maybe it's a newfangled furry species.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this right here because the second that I saw President Castillo, I was confused, to say the least.
There's some
Is
cool
this
ones
the
here.
game Sam
Now
made
let's
that
look
we
somewhere
are the
else.
main character with the big bad? Because why the fuck
Alright,
did
I'm
the
looking
president just randomly decide he wants to put his life
in
in
your
danger
general
on a
area.
stupid refugee boat? But luckily,
You're not doxing yourself, are you?
in a way that truly
I'm
goes
not myself. I'm looking in your general city area.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're putting the screenshot in my general.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, I finished the sleeve. The sleeves are not symmetrical because I'm not able to draw it right.
You was too proud to let that fish go.
Well, it doesn't look bad to me. I'm looking at it.
You're looking at this sleeve over here.
It does look a little weird, but it's not too bad.
Well, how weird.
Little.
No way.
I don't know what. I was thinking of making this arm just bare. I don't know.
Now it's time to bring you home.
I don't want this anymore, Papa.
We have no choice.
Let them go. They can work. Make Viviro.
Truth or lies?
Truth.
They could be good workers. They could help rebuild paradise. But if you wanted them to live, you would have never set foot on this fucking boat.
13 years old. And Diego has such compassion for his people. These fish,
We will catch and release.
Even Castillo's son is trying to flee Yara, really driving home how much of a monster Castillo has become. Not even his children feel safe. Diego is taken away and everyone on the boat is killed except for one. As your friend bleeds out in your arms, she tasks you with taking her place in the resistance, with her last words being,
Don't you get it? You're the lucky one.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
What?
Okay, you mentioned it once.
well,
The city you live in.
you're dead. I've been letting
I'm
some
going to
play out and it's for a reason.
type it out.
See,
I want to make sure it's the right one.
This story has drilled into your head that shit right now, to put into simple words, is fucked. From here,
Okay.
you join the resistance.
Guess what?
First few hours of the game.
I'll just screenshot it because I can edit. I don't want to.
It's all gay flags, ain't it? It's covered in gay flags.
No, it's way funnier than that.
Okay,
It's
good.
very fitting. Very fitting.
Fitting. Is it covered in gay bikes? Yowie! What is the drawing? It's like a white thing and like a flower.
I can take a better screenshot of it.
And it was at this moment that I knew I'd be making this video.
Do you want to kill Anton?
Why are people doing this to my city?
It's ugly.
It's oddly, maybe. I mean, I don't doubt it. I still don't know what I'm looking at. To me, it looks like a
It looks like a bird on the left.
I thought it was like a dog. Unless you think it's a penis? I don't think it's a penis.
I think it looks like a swan on the left. Me, but I don't know. It's
It's because I'm looking at like the top part, and to me they look like ears, the pointy bits, and the random like the hook kind of looks like a tail. But then I see a flower, like I'm pretty sure that's a flower on the other side. And then I see the in Danmei a red or in like some Korean stories, the red string is like a red string of fate, like destined lover type shit.
It makes sense.
But also I can't tell, the yaoi is so close to the drawing, but it's not really well designed to be part of the drawing. It could be
Fun. Watching people get slaughtered in the street.
Yeah, it could be unrelated.
Flow into the sewers, being the only survivor of a massacre,
Mhm.
having your best friend die in your arms, having photos sent of your best friend's boyfriend's head caved in, and knowing that you are part of a resistance trying to stop slavery on a countrywide scale of half the land's population ruled over by a dictator.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna put the sleeve. We're gonna put that in the currently won't care to fix, and it looks okay enough to try and pass off for $1.
I think it's pretty currently there. Pretty close.
Often considered like an achievement. Oh, we all get our fucking teeth ripped out. Haha, I did it myself.
As long as someone's willing to pay $1 for this shit. That's
And one of the missions is holding a
all I need.
concert just to piss some big bads off. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This game just has no idea on what its tone is supposed to be. I understand that tone can
Give me another. Do you get any places I should look?
undermines everything that you've been putting on display.
Look, Salem.
Doesn't
Ma.
Jesus Christ, sometimes I
Gotcha.
forget playing a
Uh,
Far Cry game because
gotta remember where that is.
it reminds me of Borderlands. Fuck, they even did the name tag shit. Far Cry 6 is a game
Okay, it's
so
over there.
scared to take itself seriously that it jeopardizes all the storytelling.
Oh, no. Alright, I'll look back at that later. I was looking at the town I used to live in.
Sneaking around, blowing shit up, and watching characters get fleshed
Okay,
out.
Salem.
The fuck?
There's
But instead of getting characters that
a bunch of
expand on the
stuff.
bleak tone that the
Interesting
game put
art.
forth,
Brazilian flag.
get this.
Yeah. Take over, bitch.
There's like a little box that says Salem that has like a cross on it.
Yeah, Salem witch trials, really.
Or the things you can expect. Pokemon. There's a drawing of the old Salem train station.
Where?
You know what?
A pentagram.
Makes sense.
Salem's very own tally wall.
What does that mean?
No idea.
Far Cry 5 was not
Oh, today, while we were on the tour, we chanced upon some kind of like DIY boat competition where like some person just entered like a pizza floaty. There was like this one group where they were actively sinking, but then some people got off of the boat and just started swimming and pushing it from behind. and that's how they completed the race. But my favorite was this dad and his daughter, where the dad was doing all the rowing, but it's like the girl was like maybe like 5 years old at the max, and they were in a. I don't know how it was built, but it looked like 2 boxes painted to look like a truck.
Huh.
Like a. And but he was it was in it. It was probably I don't know. It looked like it was doing the best comparatively, as in it was not sinking. And every time he rowed, he would go a good distance. He didn't have like that double-sided oar, though, so he had to keep switching sides. And I think that could have cost him some time.
The young and the fucking stupid. Now, this is where the whole hit or miss deal comes into effect. You see,
So they're drawing a furry right, almost right on top of where I used to live.
The only issue is that the
They know. It's Frank. It's Frank.
actions end up outshining the good writing that they are given. Let me give you an example. This is Paz.
There's
Bicho. Bicho is
an interesting flag and flag burning.
Mexico who has come
There's a Metallica flag. There's a Metallica logo. I think that's... What is the S? I don't know. It might be Black Sabbath. I think so. Someone's doing Scrap Mechanic logo? Alright.
Late into the game, his friend gets kidnapped and he blames Bembe, the human trafficker who has been using his dark antics to
Repo.
stop the rebellion. Bicho has never shot a gun before.
Stuff for schools, more furries.
But the idea of him losing one of his friends has driven him out of his comfort zone. When he hears himself over the radio from the station
Person go, not bad.
hosts, he shoots the radio. A clever symbolic metaphor.
What about
Bicho has snapped from his happy exterior into someone who is
parents are from?
for his family. And us hearing his happy voice on the radio really helps us contrast how much of a change this is for his character.
I'm looking at the town where my parents are from,
And helps illustrate Bicho's
and
turn to
there's just one that says, I hate it here.
Wow.
Me too. For real, for real. Me too.
Dang, I hope they all escape then.
Has died. He isn't miserable because he lost a loved one.
I mean, I can imagine a lot of potential reasons in my head there.
So Bicho out of nowhere wanting to kill himself.
There's plenty of reasons.
It's stupid here. Yeah, let me give you another example.
About where my sister was.
Yelena is the leader of the Morales, a group of high schoolers who are driven
Makes
to
sense.
rebellion after watching their classmates get executed.
Oh,
for
there's that.
supporting liberty.
Interesting.
You know this because Yelena gives a speech calling out the names of those who died while symbolically shooting the gun that executed them, explaining that if they just stand by and let Anton get away with this dictatorship, the gun will soon be turned upon them. This shows the responsibility that has been thrust upon these high schoolers and the maturity that has developed from watching the senseless death of
Go to bed.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay,
isn't
wait a minute.
that cool? Anyway, 2 missions later, they are hosting a massive party.
Gotta go find the fucking video now.
Letting Anton's army sneak into their base and kills
Oh
nearly
no.
all of their fucking forces. as
Not the mama cat sending her kid to bed.
And it's written as if this
I still have it.
rebellion that they should start
Gotta
taking
keep it.
shit
It's
seriously.
adorable though.
People will die.
It is adorable.
That was just illustrated by Yelena like 5 minutes ago. It illustrates their maturity, but then they just become immature high schoolers hosting parties, shooting fireworks into the air, giving away their position, and then they're fucked because of it. And only now are they starting to take shit seriously? What the fuck, dude? And what's incredible is that the party is the reason they got fucked over.
I'm trying to figure out any more places I have any connection to look at.
Fucking parties! These characters are just fucking stupid. The only faction that I can confidently say is written well with almost no flaws is the Legends, as the Legends were the rebellion fighters who fought the revolution all the way back in the 60s. They fought for everyone's freedoms, and then with those freedoms, the people just voted in the son of the previous
Here's some
dictator
Five Nights
to
at
take
Freddy's.
control. So, understandably, the Legends are burnt out and see no point in fighting for a country that will fall again after they are gone. Also, while we're on the topic, let me say it again. The people of Yara voted in the child of a dead dictator.
You know,
Fucking
I wonder
stupid. Quantity
if
over quality is a surefire
everyone,
way to leave
or
your
you know, if you got like a closer representation of everyone
There are
in an area,
two main
what kind of stuff would be drawn?
That's not including the 6 that got hours of
Like if you maybe did like an IP geo restriction on where you could draw depending on your actual location.
I mean, not even that. Like if everyone in that area had to participate, because like right now, if you go to like an area, they're gonna draw something. Internet cultures are gonna be much higher than anything else, and then this is trending.
Okay,
in a
so
lot of, you know,
we go house to house, and instead of a sentence, we like have one guy bring around a tablet, and it's like, yeah, look, my boss told me that I have to make everyone go on this website and draw something that they feel like represents their just like their area, and if you don't, then I'm gonna have to cut off your Wi-Fi, and I have the wire cutters to prove it.
like I know it totally wouldn't work, but it'd be interesting.
It'd be interesting to see what the old folks would draw.
Like, what if you broke it like down into like blocks or like, you know, population areas, and then they all have, you know, whoever wants to participate gets together. Okay, force precipitate. Everyone has to work together to draw an image for their area.
Come forward and admit that the only reason they are serving in the army is to protect their family from Anton. The soldiers fighting against you hate what they're doing, but have no choice as being
Vote on what to draw.
the only way to feed their families and keep them safe. So when you see the rebellion doing this shit, it's kind of fucked up because they know these people don't want this. And in the segment of the game where you're trying to make Anton's marketing manager look bad by hijacking an interview, they blow her brains out on live TV because she gave someone the wrong pronouns. Now, Paolo is trans, and obviously that statement would really piss off Talia, but just smack her on the nose or something. Don't fucking make yourself look like a dickhead. And it's fucking annoying because the game makes it seem like the people that believe in Anton saw you mindlessly blunder through a hostage situation and kill a beloved icon of Yara, and the people just go,
Yeah, the rebellion seems legit. I'm in.
There are so many characters doing so much stupid shit to the point that if the story acknowledged it and acknowledged the shit that they keep pulling, they'd actually come across as the bad guys to an extent. So in the end, you just block it all out. Far Cry 6 throws so many faces at you that you never get the chance to connect.
Okay, my mouse was so light that I managed to elbow it off onto the floor. Oh, for me.
Will definitely change your mind. And all of this results in there being no time to develop the smaller villains, resulting in your victories feeling empty. However, not all the villains share this fate. But before I can talk about them, let's talk about something that I didn't expect this game to get right.
You don't believe me? I'll show you.
The gameplay loop for Far Cry games is pretty straightforward. Shoot all of the shooty men, liberate the outpost, and take a giant hit to your social credit score. Do that a couple of hundred times and you've got a game. And while this isn't really new, there have been 2 improvements to this installment that make liberating outposts a lot more enjoyable: weapon utility and level design. In Far Cry 6, weapons have the same killing capacity as a weak fart. The reason behind that is that you need to design your weapons to have a specific role to play. Need a stealthy weapon? I'd recommend
I got a bag.
rounds that helps avoid detection and ensures that the round will ignore the helmet for a quick and easy kill.
But today was a really productive stream, and I'm really happy with where I got.
Adaptable sign for different ranges, and you're good to go. Oh shit, a helicopter coming your way.
I really think I could sell it for at least $1. Maybe like even $5. I don't know.
rifle, slap on the perk that gives your first bullet more damage, and you'll be good.
Can only hope.
Having such a
Wish me luck.
variety of threats forces the player to
Going to
lay
bed.
it out before going into a mission.
And everyone have a blessed day.
And you don't have frag